Hello, lovelies. 7-4 day 2 notes back at it with a scale factor. These are going to be such quick notes, so bear with me just a little bit to make sure you understand scale factor, because it is a little bit challenging. So, a scale factor is a scale written as a ratio without units in simplest form. So that's huge. Ratio is another word for a fraction. So let's go ahead and get started. Example 7, find the scale factor of a model sailboat if the scale is 1 inch to 6 feet. So again, we're sticking to the model over the actual situation. But then in setting up our scale factor, we have to get both units to be exactly the same. So I know 1 inch is teeny tiny, but then I have to convert feet into inches. So in order to do that, you have to recall how many inches are in 1 foot. So I like writing it off to the side. I know that in 1 foot, that's equivalent to 12 inches. So knowing that information, I don't have just 1 foot, I have 6 feet. So in order to get inches down in the denominator right here, I know that I'm going to multiply by that 12 inches. So therefore 6 times 12 gives us 72 inches. And then last step, you just lose the units. Our final answer is as a fraction in simplest form. That's as simple as we get it. So there's the final answer for example 7. Moving right along to example 8, floor plane uses 1.5 centimeters to 50 meters. So go ahead and start with what we know. The model is 1.5 centimeters, and then our denominator is 50 meters. And the metric system is a little bit more challenging, so whenever you do or are asked to convert anything metric related, I'm always going to give you that information. So 1 centimeter, or 1 meter is 100 centimeters. So very similar to like what I did right here. I've already given that to you. So 1 meter, 100 centimeters, keeping this in mind, I know that I'm going to keep 1.5 centimeters because it's teeny tiny, but then I want to convert meters into centimeters. So and how we do that, again, I'm going to get to go from here to here. I know that one of these suckers is 100 centimeters, but I don't have just one, I have 50. So I'm going to take 50 times 100. When I do that, I end up with 5 and 3 zeros, so 5,000 centimeters, and I would be like, hey, we're done. However, you can't have a decimal inside of a fraction once we get rid of our labels, right? So this would be 1.5 to 5,000, but you can't have a decimal in a fraction. So whenever you see a decimal inside of the fraction, we have to move it. So we're going to move it one place value to the right. But when you do that, you have to keep, we're fair here in the math world. You have to do that to the denominator as well. So really, this is the fraction 15 over 50,000. This is good decimal recall. But then, again, this has to be in simplest form. So this fraction 100% is not in simplest form because the ones digit, there's a 5 and a 0. So 5 goes into both of them. So if you're listening to this video right now, go ahead and put 2 more stars near my pink star that I just provided, the word simplest form. So if you're listening to this, go ahead and put 2 more stars by the pink star up in simplest form. But I know that because 5 can go into both of these, I'm going to divide this numerator and the denominator by 5. So my final answer here is 3 over, and then 50,000 divided by 5 is going to be 10,000. And that is without labels, and it is in simplest form. Hopefully you caught that listening clue. All right, and then I also just realized that it says you tried, but there is no question. So here's the question that we are going to complete. Sorry about that. You do not have to write this word problem down, unless you would like to, but Tyson is trying to build a doghouse using a scale 1 foot to 4 yards. What is his scale factor? So go ahead and pause this video. Try to convert 1 foot to 4 yards into just feet, and then lose your labels so that we have our scale factor in simplest form. Go ahead and pause. Alrighty, so I got us set up. Also, take a look right here. 1 yard is to 3 feet. So some of us, you probably have heard that before. Maybe you just forgot. So hopefully this wasn't too challenging of a question. But now you have that dimensional analysis if needed. 1 yard, there are 3 feet. So therefore, in order to get this denominator over here, I don't have just 1 yard. I have 4 of them. So I'm going to multiply by 3. So our denominator should be 12. Let's lose our label. So our scale factor here is just going to be 1/12. All right, hopefully you feel pretty good with these day 2 notes. Good luck on your problems.